Bro, I need you to stop whatever you're doing right now and pay attention to this. Because what just happened inside Rico Verhoeven's training camp has the entire boxing world in a full meltdown. And Usyk, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the guy who has beaten literally everyone put in front of him, just watched the footage, and his reaction tells you everything you need to know. And look, I'm not going to spoil it yet, but I need you to stay with me because by the time we get to the end of this video, you are going to be questioning everything you thought you knew about this fight. The Pyramids of Giza, May 23rd. And suddenly, nobody is laughing anymore. Okay, so let's rewind because if you're just catching up on this situation, here's what you need to know. Oleksandr Usyk is not just a world champion. He is genuinely one of the most technically gifted heavyweights to ever lace up a pair of gloves. We're talking beat Anthony Joshua twice, beat Tyson Fury twice, became the first undisputed heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis. The man has a boxing IQ that belongs in a completely different conversation from almost everyone he's ever shared a ring with. Compact footwork, angles nobody else creates, a jab that controls distance like a scalpel. Usyk is elite in every single measurable way. And then they announced he's fighting Rico Verhoeven, a kickboxer, a man with one professional boxing match on his record. One. And his last professional boxing match was over 10 years ago. So naturally, the boxing world lost its mind. Fans were calling it a gimmick. Analysts were calling it a disgrace. Wade Plemons went on record saying he hated the fight. Liam Goff called it shameless. The general vibe was that Usyk was basically cashing out and choosing money over legacy. But here's where the story starts to shift. Because Rico Verhoeven is not just some random crossover name. This man has been the undisputed glory kickboxing heavyweight champion for over a decade. 11 years of dominance at the top of the most demanding striking sport in combat sports.
You've seen what happened to certain fighters when they face someone from another sport, they don't take them as seriously. Oleksandr, what makes Rico dangerous compared to your other past opponents?
Because as a fighter, it's world champion in kickboxing. Listen, all people who training more 5-10 years and who have belt than boxing and kickboxing is a dangerous guy.
And you've seen what happened to certain fighters when they face someone from another sport, they don't take them as seriously.
All fighters, it's dangerous. UFC, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, it's crazy people here. Who do this work, it's crazy, man. Because I know it's sometimes it's pain, sometimes you not wanna do another training, but you continue to do it because it's your choice. But wrestler, boxer, kickboxer, it's different. It's different people. It's crazy.
And the people who actually know kickboxing will tell you, bro, this guy is built different. But still, one professional boxing fight against Usyk. Come on, right? Stay with me. So Rico's camp gets announced, and the first thing everyone wants to know is who's training him. And when the name dropped, the whole conversation changed overnight. Peter Fury, Tyson Fury's uncle, the man who built one of the most technically sophisticated big men boxing has seen in years. Peter flew to the Netherlands the moment the fight was signed. 3 full months in camp. And this is not some cold arrangement thrown together for headlines either. Rico has sparred with both Tyson Fury and Hughie Fury in previous camps. This is an established working relationship. Peter Fury knew exactly what he was walking into, and he had one mission: build Rico Verhoeven into a boxer capable of competing with the best technical heavyweight on the planet.
He's not just a kickboxer having a boxing match. He's far more than that.
What impresses you the most about Rico Verhoeven?
I'll tell you what impresses me the most. He's been a complete success story in his own country. He's financially secure anyway. To get up every morning and train like it's his first fight. This guy has got dedication on another level. He's not like where you've heard that saying, what Marvin Hagler said, you know, it's hard to get out of bed when you're wearing silk pajamas and do all this hard work, you know? This guy's got more driven as time's gone on. He's super dedicated, super keen, super ambitious. Still, at 36 years of age, super ambitious. yeah, wants to reach for the stars. If he can grab the stars and pull it down with a rope, he'd do it. He's that mentality. That's what impresses me about Rico.
And the details from inside that camp are actually wild. Peter identified early that Rico's jab was too slow for elite boxing competition. So what did they do? They rebuilt it from scratch, drilled it obsessively every single day until it had the snap and timing to bother a slick mover like Usyk. They worked on a fluid side-on stance specifically designed to counter Usyk's famous Soviet school footwork, that constant circling, the sharp angles, the way he makes opponents feel like they're chasing a shadow. And on top of all that, strongman champion Eddie Hall was brought into camp to test Rico's raw power and speed. Ice baths every morning, explosive strength sessions engineered around one specific output. No cap, this camp was built like a military operation. And then, the training footage dropped. And bro, the reaction to it was something else entirely. Because here's the thing, right? Everyone expected the footage to be a bit rough. A kickboxer fumbling around trying to look like a boxer. That's what people were waiting for, something to screenshot and laugh at. But that is not what they got. Mike Tyson watched it. Not from a television screen, not breaking down YouTube clips. Mike Tyson was physically inside the gym, standing ringside, watching Rico move in real time, watching him breathe, watching how he responds when the resistance goes up. And when Tyson walked back out, he had one word for what he saw. Scary good. Bro, scary good. From Mike Tyson. Let that land for a second. He said Rico doesn't look like he should be that good of a boxer, but he is genuinely effective. He moves well for a man his size, and the awkwardness actually works in his favor because opponents can't read him. And then Tyson went further. He talked about Rico's 11-year reign in kickboxing, the longevity, the consistency, the level of competition he's faced year after year without ever once cracking. And Tyson said something the boxing world needed to hear. He said kickboxing doesn't get the respect it deserves, that glory fights are brutal, non-stop wars, that the men competing in that world are serious, dangerous fighters, and Rico Verhoeven is the best of all of them. He called Rico an animal, said everything he throws is to hurt you, nothing soft, everything hard. And then Usyk's team watched the footage. And here's where it gets crazy. Usyk's manager came out and confirmed that Oleksandr is not underestimating Rico, not even slightly. He said Usyk is training for the best possible version of Rico Verhoeven. And Peter Fury himself backed that up, saying Rico might bring something Usyk has genuinely never seen before, that he is deeply unorthodox and will be underestimated by most of the public, but Oleksandr is not underestimating him. He knows Rico's game inside and out, and he is preparing accordingly. Now wait for it. Because this is the part that actually reframes the entire fight. At 270 pounds, Rico Verhoeven is bigger than any man Usyk has ever faced at heavyweight. And Tyson made a very specific point about this. He said Usyk has the boxing IQ to figure out most opponents over a few rounds. Everyone knows that. But Tyson also said that size and real raw power, the scary kind, changes the equation. And then he said something that I haven't been able to stop thinking about since I heard it. He said Rico only needs to land one clean shot. One. And the entire fight changes in an instant. Think about what that means. We're not talking about Rico needing to outbox Usyk for 12 rounds. We're not talking about him needing to win on the cards or execute a perfect game plan from bell to bell. One shot. One moment. And everything Usyk has built, the unbeaten record, the undisputed status, the legacy as one of the greatest heavyweights alive, it's gone. And Tyson looked Rico in the eyes and told him directly, this is the biggest moment of your life. Not a stepping stone, not an exhibition, a moment to seize, shock the world. That is not a motivational speech for cameras. That is one fighter recognizing something genuinely dangerous in another. So here's where we actually are. Usyk is the undisputed champion bringing technical perfection. No slippage at 39, physically looking stronger than ever. The same guy who dismantled Tyson Fury and then did it again, and then broke Daniel Dubois in two. The blueprint to beat him does not exist yet. Nobody has even come close. But Rico Verhoeven is walking into Egypt with Peter Fury in his corner. 3 months of elite preparation behind him. The endorsement of Iron Mike himself. and fists that have spent over a decade knocking out the largest, most dangerous kickboxers on the planet. His power is not the ordinary kind. It is the power of a man built and refined for destruction, now sharpened further inside a boxing gym under one of the best trainers in the sport. The odds have him at 30-1. For context, Buster Douglas was 42-1 when he knocked out a prime Mike Tyson. The difference is, every single expert will tell you, Buster Douglas was an experienced, world-class boxer. Rico is not. And yet here we are. Mike Tyson in camp calling him scary. Usyk's team refusing to take him lightly. Peter Fury engineering a game plan specifically built to crack the best technical heavyweight alive. Skill wins rounds. Power ends fights. And if Rico Verhoeven lands one clean shot on Oleksandr Usyk in front of the pyramids of Giza on May 23rd, it will not just be the biggest upset in boxing history. It will completely rewrite how the sport looks at crossover fighters forever. So the question is simple. Do you believe in the blueprint, or do you believe in the bomb? Drop your prediction in the comments right now because I want to know where you're at on this one. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you actually doing? Because this story is only getting bigger from here.